Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. It's your host here, Zahab and Rachel Wolfson. Guys, what a wild week. Arguably, not even arguably, dead ass, 100%, the most wild week in crypto that we've had in 2025, and one of the most wild weeks since perhaps the FTX and Terra collapse. Rachel, what a weekend. How you doing this lovely afternoon?
Doing well, Matt. Yeah, excited to talk about the crazy news of the week. The crypto space is definitely heating up, so let's chat about it.
Let's jump into it, folks. Going to start with some price action. Pretty even across the board this week, minus a couple outliers. Bitcoin's up 3% to 98.4K. Ethereum is up just over 4% to 2.74K. A nice rebound for ETH there. XRP is up 12%. Still don't know how, but they keep on doing it. XRP up 12% to $2.72 per coin. And Solana, the biggest loser of the week, down 9% to 175 and spent some time in the 160s. Not looking too hot for Sol, but I think long term still a great bet there. And guys, the biggest news of the week by a country mile, Valentine's Day. I was at dinner with my girlfriend and I checked my phone after dinner. What happened? I see the Libra launch. It went absolutely insane. And Milei is in the dump. The Argentine government is in the dump. People have lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Rachel and I are going to go through it, but to kick things off, Javier Milei, the president of Argentina, launched a meme coin with the help of Kelsier Ventures, and the coin aimed to fund Argentina's development. It hit $4.5 billion market cap on massive volume, and it was launched with a single-sided liquidity pool via Meteora, then liquidity gradually removed at higher prices, and the coin has fallen to 98% drop. It was absolutely insane, and 95% of the coin was to the insiders and team. Kelsier Ventures made $110 million from the liquidity pool and coin sales. Milei then distanced himself from the coin and it crashed all the way down to 300 million and has now been charged with fraud and quote unquote said, "I was not aware of the details of the project." Rachel, this was crazy. Tell us about the KOLs and the influencers and what kind of madness they got up to.
Yeah, Matt, that was very well said. So basically, also, several insider key opinion leaders knew that the launch was coming. They were paid to promote the coin. Dave Portnoy was paid to promote but reimbursed his allocation. Portnoy was still reimbursed for his trading losses on the coin, and influencers are listed as partners of Kelsier Ventures on the website. There are lots of rumors of screenshots showing which KOLs were involved and to what extent. Yikes, I'm glad I was not involved in that.
And then, guys, after this, more news dropped. CoffeeZilla, the famous YouTuber and content creator who breaks a bunch of these stories, Kelsier Ventures founder Hayden Davis went on CoffeeZilla to talk about what happened. This guy, Hayden, is literally doxxed and currently living in Los Angeles. He has $110 million of Libra that he is using as leverage in current negotiations, and he admitted to sniping the supply and getting a massive team allocation. It appears that Kelsier was also involved in the Melania launch and several other recent pump and dumps and admitted to sniping Melania and selling via the liquidity pool, and also claims insiders were able to buy Trump at the crypto dinner. Pretty wild stuff, and all the market makers, Media, Jupiter, and Moonshot are also in big trouble, Rachel.
Yeah, so Moonshot, Meteora, and Jupiter admit to knowing about Libra beforehand. All claim that no insider trading was done by their teams. All claim proper listing procedure was followed. But there are lots of rumors of leaks of insiders on previous launches linked to Kelsier and Meteora. Meteora's CEO was commenting on post with Kelsier Ventures weeks ago. This does not look good.
Yeah. In summation, guys, Sol was down about 10% since the launch. Lots of commentary that this is the end of Solana-based meme coins in the Sol casino. ETH and BNB have begun to outperform Sol, and many Sol DeFi coins are down 40%, and memes are down literally 40% plus. Pretty wild. And the fallout of all this, Meteora co-founder Ben Chow resigns amid the Libra meme coin controversy. Meow, who also co-founded Meteora, stated on X on Monday that while he remains confident in Chow's character, the lack of judgment delayed in handling key aspects of the project led to his resignation. And last point on meme land this week, folks, and Rachel, I'm going to throw it over to you. Dave Portnoy profits $258,000 from Solana meme coin greed before the token fully collapsed.
Yeah, so Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy is at the center of controversy after profiting nearly $258,000 from a Solana-based meme coin named Greed. which collapsed shortly after his substantial sell-off. He supposedly launched the coin, then wrote on Twitter that he wouldn't sell. Then he offloaded 35% of the total supply, causing greed to tank. Shortly after this, he launched Greed 2 and did the same thing. Someone with his influence needs to tread lightly in meme land. This is insane, Matt. I mean, is this the end of meme coins? I don't know.
It's not looking good and not looking good for Portnoy. Rachel, let's talk about some actual legit non-meme news. 12 U.S. states have announced that they are holding collectively $330 million worth of Saylor's MicroStrategy Now strategy stock across pension and treasury funds. This is absolutely huge. And according to Bitcoin analyst Julian Fahar, California, Florida, Wisconsin, and North Carolina have the most significant exposure to strategy. Folks, 12 states down, 38 to go. We absolutely love to see this. Speaking of the USA states and regulatory TradFi, the SEC finally acknowledges the spot XRP ETF application.
Yeah, Matt. So I'd say this is probably one of the most exciting positive news pieces of the week. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission officially acknowledged Bitwise's application for spot XRP ETF on Tuesday, which was filed through the CBOE BZX exchange. This recognition represents a key step towards integrating regulated XRP investment products into traditional financial markets. According to the February 18th filing, the SEC will now open a 21-day public comment period before deciding whether to approve, reject, or extend its review for up to 240 days. This is great news. Can't wait to see how it turns out.
Rachel, well said there. And again, continuing on the big dogs here, Tether seeks majority stake in South American agribusiness company called Adecoagro. Super weird here. Not fully sure why they're doing this, but Tether's making moves. They got a shit ton of cash on hand. And like I said, they're making moves. Tether Investments, the company behind USDT, the largest stablecoin in the world, made an unexpected offer to buy a controlling share of Adecoagro, a major agriculture company in South America. They are a leading producer of rice, milk, and renewable energy, and confirmed the receipt of proposal and is currently reviewing it with their team. This makes another huge acquisition of Tether after they acquired a minority stake in one of the most famous football clubs in the world, Juventus, back on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Bunch of good news there. We've got to get into the bad news. Rachel, Abstract, one of the hottest chain releases of the year, releases Post-Mortem on Cardex security breach affecting 9,000 wallets.
Yeah, so not all of the news of the week can be positive. So Abstract has released a post-mortem on the Cardex security breach, which impacted 9,000 wallets and resulted in approximately $400,000 in losses due to a flaw in session key management. Abstract was supposed to be one of the hottest new chains of this year, and it's already off to a bad start. There's very little volume and a hack within the first couple of weeks. Yikes, this is not good.
Well said. Some more positive news here, folks. Sol Strategies, the MicroStrategy of Solana on the Canadian Stock Exchange, buys an additional 2.66 million in Solana and partners with Tetra Trust for staking. They purchased an additional 12,456 Sol tokens for 2.66 mil, increasing the total Sol holdings to 226,798 Solana. This is huge, and they're literally following the MicroStrategy playbook. Shout out to them for doing great work. This partnership enables Tetra's institutional clients, including those linked to 3iQ's upcoming Solana staking ETF, to leverage Sol Strategies validator infrastructure. This is huge and the great move for the MicroStrategy of Solana. And the last piece of news this week, Rachel, Binance back at it again, back in the news for no bueno news. Nigeria is suing Binance for a whopping $79.5 billion in economic damage and is seeking another $2 billion back in taxes. Wild stuff.
Yeah, it's obviously crypto news of the week with Binance. Binance has to make news of the week. So the federal government of Nigeria has filed a lawsuit against Binance Holdings Limited, demanding $81.5 billion back in taxes and economic damages.
And guys, I'm going to finish it off here. The case brought before the Federal High Court in Abuja accuses the cryptocurrency exchange of failing to register with Nigeria's tax authorities and contributing to the depreciation of the naira. Binance in trouble again, back at it again. Binance back in the no bueno news. They will probably get fined, but definitely not for $80 billion. Wild stuff. Guys, we really hope you enjoyed this one, and hopefully next week it's just good news, no bad news, and there's not a $1 billion rug by a president of a friggin' country. Argentina, I was in your country this year. I love you guys. What are you doing? Come on, no more of this stuff. Folks, we hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, please do subscribe. It would mean the world to my team and I. Rachel, love doing this with you. And guys, We'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for tuning in, and let's have a great week. Love you guys. Ciao.
Thanks, Matt. Bye, guys. Thank you.
See you guys.